You're listening to a Mash Those Buttons podcast. Visit mashthosebuttons.com for a full podcast schedule.
Cargo secured. Extraction complete.
What's up, guys? This is just a quick apology. The audio on this episode is terrible. We went to Germany. We recorded in a kitchen. There's lots of ambient noise. And there's only one microphone. So the audio levels are a bit off. But please enjoy it anyway.
Intelligent System Analytic Computer is activated. All ISAC systems are confirmed online. Data scanned. Downloading files.
What's up, guys? You're listening to episode 121 of SITREP Radio, giving you the news and other happenings in the world of The Division. This week, we're at Gamescom, boys. You might hear in the background that we have a few extra woos than normal. But we do have Robert here today.
Hello.
Luke.
Good evening.
We also have Spickbeats.
Hello.
And we also have our good friend, Shazam from Japan, the main man himself, Bradley.
Hello.
Who you might recognize his voice from a very old podcast we did 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Called Frontline Radio, for all those people that were questioning what Frontline Radio was.
It's about fleas and dogs, right?
Oh my god.
Oh my god, this is a great start.
I'm really happy, and
yeah.
the jokes are on point this week. Dad joke of the year.
And there's me. I'm Mike. We're here, we're at Gamescom, we're in Germany. What are we, second day in?
Yes.
And it's been a busy day. What have we been up to this week, boys?
We missed our flight.
Missing flight.
Yes. Spending money we didn't need to spend. Tragic loss of bottles of water.
To be fair, I thought you were going to say tragic loss of your family.
How many bottles of water have you lost this week, Rob?
3 so far.
Oh,
2 days, right?
2 days. Well, no, I didn't lose them. I told them I had to chuck away.
Well, you lost one. You left it behind at the Ubis.
I could have gone back.
You were buying Ubisoft merch, so you're on point, but you left your water behind.
Luke, I'm sorry to stop you there, but
You're not sorry, you always do it.
I don't give a fuck today. I'm going to be honest, there's one thing we haven't done. Because, we recorded with Peta last week. If you haven't listened to it, go back and listen to episode 120.
It was a good one.
Yeah, it was a good one. But we never got the chance to say good luck and congratulations, which would be this week's episode, to Rob.
Why, what did Rob do?
He got married this weekend.
Oh, snap. Did she turn up?
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Did you have a good
I
wedding?
did. It was really good.
Do you remember it, Rob?
I do. I wasn't that drunk, although at one point I had to slow down because I was feeling a bit
Pissed.
Yes,
I guess the question is, how much wine did you have?
none. I stuck to just drinking lager, which probably helped.
Yeah, you weren't drinking cider, were you?
No.
Yeah, I was drinking a lot of cider. And
Well,
then...
it was either that or lager, wasn't it? Because the bar was pretty basic. Yeah, it was really good. Really good band. Really good atmosphere.
Really good speech.
Yeah, Best Man speech was amazing, although some of the details were a bit
On point.
Close to home.
close to home, yeah.
Yeah.
Who was your best man?
Well, Mike.
I was Rob's best man, and I may or may not have told his whole family that he was a stoner. They don't even know you smoke.
I don't smoke, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, shit, if your dad's listening to this.
It's fine, I don't smoke, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my god.
Oh. Anyway, cut to what, 3 days later?
Yeah, 3 days after my wedding, we're missing a plane to Germany. Woo! Because we ate breakfast. And Germany are just quite stupid when it comes to airports.
Yeah, which also led to us missing out on seeing PETA at Gamescom, which sucked.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that was kind of gutting because we did speak to Johan today.
Yeah, we did.
Right? What?
Oh, never mind. I'm going to say it anyway now.
No, it's just, it would have been nice to speak to Petter as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
would
got-
like to give him a big hug that I've been promising him.
Yeah, because we gave Johan a hug, didn't we?
Yes.
Yeah, we did. I had to think that. I was like,
We also bought him a beer.
yeah.
Well, Luke did.
Dev beer. Well, community developer beer. It's not dev, is it?
All right, I suppose we back into the nitty gritty. The whole reason we came to Gamescom was to see the Division 2.
Speak for yourself.
What did you come for? The missing plane?
I disagree.
Miss planes and lose water.
Get away from his missus.
How is your honeymoon so far? You enjoying it?
Yeah, really good.
Good. You're away with like 5 guys.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
I was gonna say, how was your shared sleep with Luke before the flight?
It was windy.
It was. Oh my god. All right. Anyway, back to the Division 2. So yeah, we got in Wednesday. I don't know what day we're on now.
Yeah, today's Thursday.
Yeah, we got to Gamescom about 5:20. Luckily, everybody was leaving at that point, so we pretty much got to play the Division straight away. 20-minute wait.
It was a half an hour wait instead of like 2.5 hours, wasn't it? Which was pretty sweet.
And then this really sweet woman was trying to tell us how to play the Division.
That was so funny. It's like, how can we politely say, just go away and leave us, let us to play it?
You don't.
We know what we're doing.
And then we actually got a chance to play the Division. What do you guys reckon? Does it live up to the hype? The demo. I mean, we've only seen like a fraction of it, but
We had to play on controllers. Xbox controllers, which made it.
You know what? I didn't even think of that.
Bitter taste in my mouth.
We didn't have to eat the controller.
That's where I was going wrong.
No one did see was having a go with the booth.
Can you tell they're tired?
Yeah.
We always sound like this, dude. This is SITREP Radio 101.
No, this is SITREP Radio 121.
Dad joke number 2. Ding.
All right, maybe let's go to someone that actually knows what they probably want to say about the Division 2. Let's go to Spick.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
It was... So if you have been living under a rock since June, the game is going to change. It's still the same, feels like home, but it's a big departure from what we're accustomed to. If you are a tactician player who always sits in cover and tosses out your skills, you're going to enjoy this game because you are going to be in cover a lot. For a lot of other people say it already, and it is for sure going to be a cover-based shooter. But it still felt like the Division, so don't get worried that it's not the game we all love. Like the weaponry, I was the specialization with the 50 cal, which was an SRS as a primary and a 249 para as a secondary. And the para felt exactly like the para now.
Oh, you got the para?
It kicked up, and then as soon as you got it in control, it was nice and smooth, just like the LMGs are now.
Because I was the sniper specialization as well, but my secondary was the Vector.
I looted a Vector.
You had all the guns, you just needed to go in your...
Well, yeah, but...
Like off the bat, yours was a Vector.
Yeah, you can use your big boy voice, Rob.
Right. Yeah, off the bat was a para and an SRS.
Oh, nice.
For me.
That's cool.
But yeah, the movement, that was the biggest thing. I was doing literally the chicken dance, and it's not a chicken dance anymore.
Yeah, it's gone completely.
It's completely different.
I think the first thing apart from opening the map on the demo, and I don't think we were supposed to do that. And like the woman was like,
it wouldn't be there.
Yeah, true. But we like opened the map. I opened the map up straight away. I was like, holy shit, that's a decent sized map. And
yeah, it's very big. Because the E3 demo crashed if you tried to open the map. So for Gamescom, they have enabled the map, but obviously hidden. just about everything imaginable, other than certain borders that you see in the demo.
I think it needs saying right now before we go any further, it is the same demo.
Yeah, it is the same demo.
It's nothing different.
M4, the M4 weapons feels awesome. I think you said to try it out, didn't you?
Very different.
Yeah, there's a hell of a kick on it. Shotguns feel good.
I did actually try a shotgun because
Yeah.
the first one of the two really armoured bosses dropped me a gold shotgun, so I was like, I'll try it. I still don't like shotguns. I'll be honest.
But this game is brutal. Like, we pushed. I pushed forward as far as I could. And I got surrounded by NPCs. I ended up wiping for
So
it.
we played it twice. Once with Brad.
Yeah.
Once with Boris. You died, Brad. Yes? Nope. Oh, okay.
No, you didn't die.
I died both times.
I
I'd
died
like
both
to say
times.
both times on purpose, but the first time wasn't.
I
You
died both times.
You died.
I went down once, not on purpose.
You didn't die, did you?
I didn't die at all.
So Mr. Leroy knows how to play in cover, it turns out.
Brad,
Revelations.
what did you think?
Yeah, I really liked it. It was good fun.
How different from I know it's been like a while since you played the Division, like the first game, but how different do you feel it was?
It was nice to, I know it was against NPCs, but it's nice to have a cover-based shooter, because that's what I liked about the first one. And obviously I stopped playing, I think I didn't come back. Well, I came back for 1.6, maybe.
Yeah.
And after that, I didn't bother again. So.
No, because I know you were quite far behind at that. You would have been like really far
Yeah.
behind, and then it would have been like a piece of this, like one piece of every single gear set at that point. It wasn't like a full build or anything.
No, it was good. Everything felt really smooth. I tried. Did anyone else try the crossbow?
Yes,
Did you? I wasn't a fan of that. I didn't really like it.
I like the idea of it, but I think we need a bit more time spent with it
Yeah.
before.
It's painfully slow.
Yeah, I loved the grenade launcher.
Yeah.
I tried that. I don't know if you guys.
Did
you try it?
Yeah, I had the
Both times I played, I ended up with the sniper rifle, which is no big deal. It is a very nice sniper rifle.
The chemical special ability was really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, somebody shoot it.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
I got hit by the cement, or whatever it is, the foam gun thing.
Yeah, the NPC phone.
Yeah, and that really, like, you completely stop. I don't know if that was ever in the first game. No.
No, not at all. But I don't know about you guys. I felt really lost in the demo, even though I know, like, we've seen the demo like a few times. I was kind of like so distracted with. Do you know what I mean? We went straight, like, we played it the first time. It was a bit rushed, wasn't it? And then we went back the second time. We were like, right, you found the dark zone. We went pretty much straight towards the dark zone entrance and stuff like that. We were trying to find that. We had the map open. We were looking at the inventory, and the poor woman was just like, "Please, just play the game."
Yeah, it would have been nice to have played it where all the text was in English, so we could understand what all the inventory and all the perks on the weapons and stuff meant. Because it was all in Deutsch, wasn't it?
It wasn't Deutsch.
So that stopped a little bit. But yeah, the gameplay itself is completely different from the first one. But like Boris rightly said, it does still feel like home, which is amazing to say because it is so different that it could easily just feel like a completely different game.
Yeah.
It's not the Division.
I think something that hit home for me was health regen.
Yeah.
There's pretty much no. I don't even think there is health regen.
There is regen, but it's really slow to kick in, and then it's slow to go. But yeah, if you have to use those medkits and switch those armor plates out, you're going to know about it.
Well, there's no medkits, is there?
Well, yeah, it's alright. So
It's
it does bump your health up,
Yeah.
but it builds the armor bar up first, and then when the armor bar is finished, you can actually let go of that D-pad button. Then all your health comes back.
Yeah.
So
It took a few seconds to like do that, and it's pretty cool. I like the revive time. I like the fact that you have to stop yourself from bleeding out. You have to. You can. I know it's in German, but I don't. You could actually sustain yourself and stop yourself from bleeding
I
out.
did not know that.
It's
Yeah.
one of the buttons.
It was like, well, obviously this is one.
Probably it would be B on an Xbox, circle on a PlayStation.
Oh, that one. Okay, right. If we get to play again tomorrow, I'll try that. Then. I did
I
not
think
do that.
is normally in the game would be to go down on purpose. Like when you're in Last Stand and you're down but not dead, you can hold down a key to purposely die.
Yeah.
It's a similar key, but now you have a different function. It's not just to give up. It's actually to slow down your bleeding.
Right. Because they do a similar thing in Siege, don't they? If you go down in Siege when you put all the plates on, you can stop yourself.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool. I don't know that.
Yeah, we only managed to play 3 specializations. There's theoretically a 4th one, which we may or may not know about, depending on how reliable Ubisoft SAM is.
True.
Ubisoft Club SAM, I should say.
That was not in the demo.
So I think my only worry at the minute is, obviously, we played the demo with 3 specializations, and you can run 2 of them at the same time. They had 2 snipers. I just don't want, from my point of view at the minute, I don't want it to be a case of like the situation we had before where we have 4 Nomad, 4 strikers. I want like diverse builds, kind of like Rainbow Six.
Yeah,
we've said that before. We have like different operators. I'd like it to be the same with specializations, where I know at the minute you can't do that, but the minute we get more specializations, which theoretically could happen, I know we're speculating.
I think I'd like to see that.
Even if they lock it to 2.
Yeah, I think you'd have to help with people's build diversity and allowing them to run what they want to run. You perhaps have to let 2 people run the same thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, we're getting raids at some point as well, which are going to be 8-man. So even if there is only 4 specializations, you've got to run 2 of everything at least.
Yeah.
So there's that to bear in mind. But yeah, I think that's a good idea if you could lock it off somehow.
Yeah, but then if you think about it from that point of view, you don't want 8 people all running the same thing.
No.
That would suck. It'd be like, 7 people with 1 healer or something.
What do you think? But you've played a lot of PvP and stuff.
You can switch your specialization on the fly, though, can't you?
Once you hit endgame, according to Julian, he said you're not locked into one specialization.
Yeah, but
they didn't say
you can switch your builds around. You can't switch your build once you're in skirmish. Is that right?
Right now, as long as you are not in combat, you can swap a loadout in skirmish.
Yeah, but you can't.
You just cannot be in combat.
Yeah, I knew you could do it. Right, okay.
So if you spawn in and you're actually not in combat, you go into your loadout currently now, and you can swap to whatever build you have loaded out.
I suppose none of us tried to switch. Well, did we?
Well, no, because we were probably all running Striker in last... No, I was just thinking in Last Stand. Yeah, but you're right, we didn't try to switch in specializations. I didn't even think about that. We were too mesmerized by the fact we were playing Division.
If it's the same demo as E3, you cannot switch your specialization. Mid-game.
They could make that a mechanic for the raid.
You can do it
fixed once you're in it.
Because you're going to get out of combat in the game at one point in time. So if they use what they've already created, the loadout, out of combat type of mechanic, in a raid, you're going to get out of combat. It's just a given.
Yeah.
At that point in time, you evaluate, similar to what goes now in Clear Sky. At the beginning of Clear Sky, you can run whatever build you want because it's just a matter of getting the 2 bombs and blowing up the trailer and going to the circle. You hit the circle, you're out of combat. 9 times out of 10, even in a pub group, everyone switches to at least a Final Measure and or a Nomad.
Yeah.
From whatever they were just running, which is most likely a DPS build. So I'm imagining the same thing for a raid because once you go through a raid and you fail, because you're going to fail, there's nobody... I don't even think Marco could go in knowing day one what this raid would be if he gets to the end game. So you're going to fail. You're going to be like, all right, cool. We should switch to this specialization at this point in time because the DPS or the sustain or whatever will assist us or the group for this section of the raid.
That's going to be exactly the same as how Destiny does it. It's exactly the same in Destiny, isn't it?
I'd like to think they would design the raids so you would have to use a combination of things.
Yeah, I would like...
Correct.
I can imagine that's going to be the case. But then it always comes back down to the fact that the first division was supposed to be, here's the game, you can play how you want. But defining it like that makes it a little bit awkward with defined roles.
A big part of most raids, there was like usually the first mechanic is like a DPS check. Like, can your team do enough damage in a certain amount of time before you have to wipe? Or something similar to that.
True.
Regard.
And going back to what we already know, because that's all we can do, Julian specifically was saying that when you choose a specialization, you can upgrade it how you see fit. So even though right now we have 3 damage specializations: crossbow, sniper, grenade launcher. The speculated fourth could be the complete opposite. It could be a specialization healer, or even a tactician-like build, or it could be a tank, like a proper tank.
But then, but we also know that the specializations can be took perhaps 2-3 different ways. We don't know until that chain opens
can
up.
go a different way.
Yeah, so you could have the sniper specialization, and then end up going a completely different. You could end up going a DPS route or a skill route, or we don't know.
Right, because with using the brands that they're going with, even under level 30 gear, you have 2 or 3 pieces of a brand. That brand may have marksman rifle damage as a bonus. Yeah. If you are the marksman specialization, you don't need, because we don't have a firearm stat. It's gone. It's essentially based off of bonuses and a base.
Yeah, you have a base weapon stat, and then
it goes up from whatever you have of your talents or your bonuses from the brands that you're running. So, and since I used the specialization with the sniper today, I hit the boss's weak point once and completely obliterated his entire armor and about 10% of his initial health with one shot. So there's very little ammo, as we saw in the demo from E3. So there's very little ammo. So you are using these specializations like a signature skill. You're waiting for the right moment to use it. You don't want to whip out the 50 cal killing reds. So you're going to use it towards the end, towards a boss. And if that's how a raid is, you're going to hoard all that ammo. And regardless of your specialization, your damage is going to be there for the 50 cal or whatever specialization you choose.
That is one thing I did notice. I don't know if you boys did, but ammo, it's pretty scarce.
The specialization.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I like the fact that you basically have to kill a shitload of enemies before you get that. And it's I don't know if it's random drops or... I mean, it depends how the demo plays out. We don't know. But it seems to be like 3/4 way through the demo, you would get the ammo to be able to do it.
No, the first time I played it, I had some drop in the first room, because then I could use my sniper rifle as we climbed over the second wall. But not the second time I played it. The second time I played it, I didn't get any ammo until straight to the bosses, basically. So
I didn't get any till we got to the plane.
I did.
Played through it.
Yeah.
The purples drop the heavy ammo, I think.
Which would make sense.
Yeah.
Because then they're not just red bars dropping you.
Maybe there's just a really rare chance that the red bars dropping.
Yeah.
It's another RNG stat built into the game.
Yeah.
And each drop for me for the marksman specialization was 3. And I got 2 getting to the point.
Well,
so I had 6 rounds ready to go for the boss.
I think mine were all 5s, you know. I think so.
I only got 2, and I had 6 under that first battle.
They may have borrowed that from Destiny, because in Destiny you have orange bars that whenever you kill an orange bar, they're normally a lot tankier than the rest of the mobs, and they will always drop you heavy ammo. So it's similar to that, I think.
So you think about, so are you saying like the veteran level NPCs that we face with the Reds, one of those 5 drop the heavy ammo, i.e. the specialization ammo?
They're probably going to have a higher chance of dropping.
Right, because the 2 areas prior to the plane, you face off against about 8 purples.
Yeah.
So in theory, you should have 2 possible drops before you get to the plane, before you face off against the 2 heavies. There were 2 heavies, right?
Yes.
Right. Two elite
Yeah.
mini bosses, right? So, and then at the end of that, for some reason, I got sniper ammo. Like there was 1 purple left, and the boss dropped me.
It must just be random, though.
It's RNG. I mean, they have RNG laced throughout the entire game.
But
and this chair sucks. There's a massive crack.
Creak.
It sounds like I'm slapping somebody every time.
So, oh God, Rob, what are you doing? For fuck's sake.
The fact that he said whip was just perfect.
I know, right? I found a new app.
Would you like to explain where the app came from, Luke?
You can say no comment.
Oh my God. Can I tell Brad to fuck off?
I think you just did. Right, okay. So back on track. AI in the Division. What do you reckon?
Still solid.
Yeah.
We got like they outflanked
Yeah, especially on the plane, they were coming up round the back onto the plane.
Well, even on like the first 2 stages before we even got to the plane, they were pretty tough to push against, weren't they? They were like, I don't know if it was the position of where they came out. I think it was like a side door.
Yeah, I would say they were quite aggressive.
Yeah, they're definitely aggressive.
I liked it.
They were trying to outflank us all the time as well.
Yeah,
like one would always like sneak around behind us.
Yeah.
So when you guys played the first time, did you guys anybody go up?
What, into the plane?
The very, very first building,
No.
the art museum that you play in. Did anybody go upstairs?
No, I don't think so. No.
Okay, so when I played it with you guys, I did, because I was a marksman, so I wanted to be a marksman away from the action.
Yeah.
One red went up the escalators upstairs with me.
Well, we had that, because
Nice.
when we were playing the demo, we were pushing forward and we were getting shot from behind. And we're like, surely we've killed them. It was not. There was one on the balcony.
It was he came up there, and I had to switch to the LMG because I missed all my shots. So I had to switch to the secondary. But I missed all my shots. I'm gonna blame the early footage and the early demo, because when you pull out a sniper with at least a 12x or 15x scope, just like you saw at E3, it defaults into scope mode. You can't do over the shoulder sniping like you can.
But that might
currently.
be how they want it. If that's the demo, if that's in the demo now, it's been a couple of months.
Right.
It could be the
But it
case
could
they
also
want
be the
snipers
scopes.
to
Me
be
and
like
Rob
that.
talked about it. It could be the scope itself.
Yeah.
So if you put on a
Red dot.
red dot, you shouldn't scope into a red dot like in Siege. You know what I mean? So if it's only for the 12x or 15x, okay, I think I can live with it. I mean, eventually I'm gonna just live with it anyways. But it is something new that if we are gonna have to live with it, just know that that's how it is.
I'm
as soon as
happy
you
with
left
that.
the trigger,
Yeah.
you're going to go into it. It's not like a Deadeye or a Hunter's Faith build right now where you don't need to scope in.
Yeah, but they've done that for a reason, haven't they? Because
It's
when
slowed the game down. It's slowed the game
well,
down.
it's not just that. When we had the sniper the Deadeye meta and stuff like that, and people were just basically
That was the early stages of it, yeah.
yeah, they were
spamming the M1N.
Yeah, they weren't aiming down the sight at all.
No.
You're just spraying.
And then they changed it to where you had to scope in,
Yeah.
so you only have one scope with a Deadeye build now, but you have to scope in.
So if it's fixed sights on sniper rifles, I'm happy with that, because it means you have to be good with that specialization, or just the sniper rifles in general, to be able to run that and get decent shots. And if that is the case, then I'm happy enough to be killed by someone that is a sniper, rather than somebody that's just spamming shots from halfway across the map.
My one concern is with that is the in-scope speed on console is still currently terrible versus PC.
But then everybody would be terrible with that. Do you know what I mean? It's not like you're playing PC and console.
No, right, but it's still, well, I mean, it depends if Sony and Microsoft decide to remove the capability of mouse and keyboard on their consoles.
I don't think
Because right
that's
now
good.
you can do it.
That's a good point.
Yeah, it is.
So, if anybody's wanting to put up a gaming computer and mouse to the Division 2 in March, they'll have the advantage in a way. But there's talks that they're not going to allow those kind of peripherals on a console. So
I think it's
something we have to wait and see.
Yeah, it's difficult to take away those tools when we know like it's a big help towards like disabled people that use mouse and keyboard, because they can't use a controller or an adaptive keyboard and mouse.
So, but I mean, even like right now, I absolutely hate scoping in on the console when I play PS4, Xbox. I hate it. I have it turned all the way up, and it's as if it doesn't even do anything. So I'm hoping they take that feedback from us, and with this default in scope for the sniper scopes, that they adjust the speed a touch for the consoles, not to PC level.
But the other side of it is we didn't look in the settings. You might be able to go in and increase your scope speed. You can do it in most other games.
So you might be able to turn that feature off so you don't scope them.
Yeah. We don't know. It could be somebody got in there before us.
Can you even change the mods on the specialization weapons?
So far, we haven't seen the ability to do it. The sniper rifle has its, unsuppressed barrel, and its 15/12x scope.
I'd actually like that to not be a thing. I think the specialization weapon should be locked.
Yeah.
Like, it is what it is. The 50 cal is always the same. grenade launcher is always the same. Just let everybody change everything else.
Crossbow's the same.
They did it. The signature skills are the same now. Regardless of your skill haste, it comes back. Well, no, let me take that back. The duration of your signature skill right now doesn't change depending on your skill power. The only thing that changes is your haste. So if you're running a high electronics build, your signature skill comes back a lot faster. And then if your haste is up there, it comes back faster. Before your weapon talents come into play, determined, cool-headed, dominant, if anybody uses that. So I feel like the specializations will stay the same. Like, it's fixed. It's driven off of RNG, how much ammo you got, and when you want to use it. If you're the grenadier or the crossbow that has a big, huge damage radius, and you're out of ammo at the boss level or at the boss run, you're kind of stuck unless you happen to have a second crossbow specialization that has it. And that's another thing we need to take into consideration. When you run 2-2-2-2 for the raids, the amount of ammo that drops, is it more or less when you have multiple specializations in a group? Like, that's also another RNG factor that we have to consider when the game comes out.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll get certain checkpoints, like just before the checkpoints, that will give you ammo, or at the start of like each section of the raid, because we normally get we had it on
ammo run.
Yeah, maybe you'll go do an ammo run before you do like a section over. Like
so similar to Resistance now, for ones that play it, you go and somebody saves up, 1,200 for the team. They go get ammo for the team. If you're not running a reclaimer, but anyone actually farming Resistance past level 20.
No, what we used to do is like first.
Is that what you mean?
You'd get to you do the first part of the raid, and then you need to get through the next bit, or do like the boss on the second bit.
Mm-hmm.
But normally you have like a load of enemies that would drop ammo, and you would basically go kill those, build up all your skill power, not skill power,
ammo, then do it again if you didn't get enough.
And by the time you've done that, all your skills are reset.
Oh.
And you're all ready to go, fully loaded,
all right,
to take on the boss.
I got you.
But it's like a 2-3 minute.
Depends on whether they decide to take away your ammo with a wipe. Yes.
Yeah.
If it's anything like now, you spawn with what you were left when you died. And then you have to hit a blue ammo box to go back to full 100% capacity.
Okay, so moving on to just like visuals. Overall visual aesthetic of the game. So we've moved on from New York to DC. I'm going to go to you, Brad. What do you think of the visual style change, or the setting itself in general?
I really liked it.
Yeah,
I liked the more open feel of the environment.
It definitely.
I know you still go into buildings and stuff. That's good. I'm glad that's still there. But like just being out, especially the end bit of that. Like, I much prefer that to being down the streets.
Yeah, it's very open compared to the first game, because, like, I know we were discussing it, I think it was, like, yesterday, and the Division 1's great if you know the area. If you know New York, that must be absolutely amazing, but to anybody else, it's just street after street after street, and it does feel like they've set certain things up that are kind of like visual landmarks, if you know what I mean, because we know every section of that demo, because it was so different. As you start from the first area outside, what was it, the museum, then you're going through it, and then you're in the large open area, and then you're walking alongside the dark zone. Everything really stands out aesthetic-wise. It's very fluid. The game's very fluid. The graphics are really good for the builds that we've got. I know that we're only seeing one area of the map at the minute, aren't we?
Just a small portion.
I think from our point of view, I know me and Rob were pissed about it, and I think you were pissed about it as well. We really wanted to see it with mouse and keyboard.
It would have been nice, yeah. I mean,
we're grateful to see it anyway, but
it would have been nice to see it with mouse and keyboard, just to see what all the movement speed is like for tapping W and D and A and S and whatever else the fuck you use on mouse and keyboard. That was one of the first things I did. As soon as we loaded in, it was just like, right, let's see how janky the movement is compared to the first one. So
they fixed it
left and right and trying to barrel roll and all that sort of stuff.
If you move that analog stick for movement left to right way too quick, you end up spinning around. If you do it side to side, it takes a good... It's like you've almost got lag.
Yeah.
on the actual analog stick.
Yeah. No, I think the movement's way better on this game, and I made a point of talking to you about it where we were doing it the second time we played the game with Boris this afternoon. The reload.
Yeah.
If you're running and you reload, you noticeably slow down. Yeah, it's not to a walking pace, but it's like a jog.
It is not like that small little test they did in Division 1 where they completely removed it and you had to stop and reload. It wasn't that drastic, but you did for sure slow down. Like I'd say about 30% slower. Actually, it's about a pred bleed speed. So when you're bleeding and you're trying to sprint away, it's about that speed.
Yeah, that's good.
It's like right around that. So if you are playing and you are listening to this and you're bleeding, just imagine that reloading. That's what we see so far on the Division 2.
But I think the other thing that I'm looking forward to, I mean, we've seen this, I mean, we're theorizing Xbox controller, it's potentially an Xbox build. We'll have to find out. But that could be due to the fact that they haven't decided what the specs are for this game. And if we're seeing this on Xbox One...
If that was a console build, it was a fucking...
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. So if that's Xbox... like
Xbox One X.
Yeah, level.
Yeah, it's definitely running at 60 frames.
Yeah, I think you could see it.
Yeah, that impressed me.
I want to see that on PC because the visual change between console and PC on the current game that we have.
Patch.
Yeah, you just want the RTX, don't you?
They do that though. That game's gonna look insane.
Yeah. They can incorporate it to the Snowdrop engine and just be a flipping switch on a UI, and it looks, oh my goodness.
The way they explained it on NVIDIA things, it sounds like, because
it just happens right.
They built it because it interacts with the current system, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
With the objects in your cut, like the way, so it's just...
So many rays, people. Go rewatch that NVIDIA stream from Tuesday.
The way he explained it just means
you're going to be broke.
Should be easy, yeah. There's a good salesman here. You just take the current objects in the code and it just looks at that and interacts with that.
And puts it on the side of a car door and puts it on the side of a bus door.
But that's what really stands out. Like, the fact the game, the Division 2 looks absolutely stunning as it is, and we are still yet to see a PC build because they haven't decided what they're going to be running it probably 100% on, or the build, like the final build that we're going to see.
Yeah,
we have no idea. I think the other good thing with that is the Ubisoft downgrade back in 2016. Was it earlier?
13 to 16.
2013 to 16. Yeah, where it was
huge drop.
Yeah, huge drop between what we had in the trailer. But it definitely feels like they're showcasing the console build first, so to kind of temper expectations, because if you had like the PC build first and then we're like, this is the console build, I think people would be upset. Yeah. But they have to understand that they're two completely different platforms capable of two different things.
They can achieve 60 frames on an Xbox One X and potentially a PS4 Pro, then the PC build will be out of this world. Like, because they can't even do that with the Xbox One X patch that came out with 1.8. It didn't bring 60 frames. It brought load times and all the other high-tech gibberish that they mentioned. The game does look prettier. I have it on all three consoles or on three platforms, and it looks far prettier. Load times are incredible on the Xbox One X compared to the PS4 Pro, but still runs at about 30 frames a second. You get the hiccup when you at the exact same spot on both consoles. It's just for today, at 60 frames on a possible console build, that's impressive.
Luke, visuals. What did you already answer?
Yeah.
Rob?
Yeah, they're pretty.
Yeah, you happy with it?
She a pretty.
That's not the other American on the podcast.
Dave, get out of there.
Dave?
I was going to say Deep Fried Dave, but it's too late now.
Too late to say it.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. It runs very smooth compared to some games that we played today. I'm queued up for.
Yeah. Let's not slag over games off.
No, I'm not.
Do that. Yeah. We can't really comment on the sound. I know a lot of our community brethren that got to go to E3, they had behind closed door demo, so it was quiet. It was loud as hell, even in a semi-enclosed area for the game, and I could barely hear the para. And then when I did shoot off the 50 cal, you heard it, but you didn't like hear it. And from that stream that they had at E3 with the sound devs, and they were just, I mean, the fact that they reworked the entire sound for the game, unfortunately, we didn't get to appreciate it because it was just so loud at Gamescom.
I think it's difficult to appreciate it, and I'm trying to figure out what the hell's going on when you only have 10 minutes. It's literally a 10-minute time demo, and if you don't make it through, bad luck.
The comms between each other, like all of us, was quite loud as well compared to the game.
Yeah, but I mean that was probably down to the mixer that they had set up.
See, I reckon they changed that up from yesterday, because yesterday I could barely hear you two.
Yeah.
And then today, literally all I could hear was us 3, 4 talking to each other.
I think it was just funny seeing the same person, Game Guide, that showed us yesterday.
Did I see you yesterday? No.
Yeah. And then trying to make, I'll just let you guys do what you want. I was like, well, I'll just go to the dark zone. So there is a dark zone.
It's there.
It's there. We don't know how big it is. I can see Brad freaking
raises his eyebrows.
I'd love to theorize. I'd love to theorize how it's going to be broken up, but even from the ability to open up the map,
there's nothing there.
It's just it's a red-ish hashed area. We can assume it's a DZ, but it could also be because of the demo. Where I went to explore, because it let me go there, it was in Deutsch, so I couldn't really make out if it said dark zone or do not enter because of the demo build.
Yeah.
So, but it looked kind of like a checkpoint, but it didn't look like a checkpoint. It looked like a Sarah checkpoint that we're all accustomed to currently in the live game. Mm-hmm. So, but right next to that Sarah checkpoint is the DZ wall. So you have to kind of, all right, then what is this doing here? Is this a new way? Is this curbing the checkpoint camping? You know what I mean? It could be another method of getting into the DZ that we don't know. So, but it's there. I'm pretty sure it's where everybody's been theorizing. I feel like it's there. Big ass T-barrier wall.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like,
blocking out.
It's pretty.
It's not Donald Trump.
What is he? They could just be Mexicans on the other side. We don't know yet.
No. Oh, we went there, didn't we?
Yeah. Sorry, dude. Well, it did say quarantine, so I'm gonna be honest. I think that's the dark zone. It's a pretty big symbol, isn't it?
Signs pointing.
Yeah.
But I was so hyped for like just a snippet of news about the dark zone at Gamescom.
Yeah, I think that was the only stuff.
I was too. The trailer, the Gamecom's trailer, like teased you like, yes, and then you come in, it's like,
Still haven't seen that.
What? You haven't seen the Gamescom trailer?
I've been at Gamescom like 2 days now. So
don't worry, dude. We'll do a reaction video.
It's also in our Discord.
In audio.
Audio reaction video.
Yeah.
What? That's
I'd love to see you do that.
I can do that.
I'd enjoy watching it.
Ooh, that could be a Patreon exclusive. Rob reacting to the trailer.
Oh my god. We should just put it out.
That looks purdy.
That's episode 121.5. It's just 1 minute long.
We just do the whip up every day.
Oh, damn, I shut it down.
Damn, you let me down.
Shut down.
But it's safe to say, I think we all enjoyed the... Fuck's sake, Rob. We enjoyed the Division.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, definitely.
Even I enjoyed it.
I know you.
Even I.
Yeah. The man that's been touting the dead game. I wish I'd made you a dead game t-shirt.
I'm glad you didn't.
No,
I'd have strangled him with it.
But to be fair, like, Johan...
Who's dead now?
Johan...
Still this game.
To be fair, I did walk past the Division queue earlier and was like, dead game. And you were pissing yourself.
Because we played it twice.
We might play again, yeah.
Well, yeah, true. I hope so.
I tell you what, if we can get a chance, we go see Johan tomorrow, and he's like, what?
No, he tells us to fuck off.
Yeah, he might actually tell us to fuck off.
You again?
We bring him another beer and I'll get
It's Mike's round tomorrow.
Yeah, but we did have an awesome chat with Johan. Thank you very much, dude. If you're listening,
You said he listened.
yeah, he listens.
Listen to the Petter episode.
Yeah, he said he really enjoyed the Petter episode.
He ain't gonna listen to this one.
No,
It's like,
That's
no,
being terrible.
I had enough of those guys for an hour
Yeah.
at Gamescom. I ain't listen to them talk about what we talked about at Gamescom.
Yeah. Obviously we met Cheshire Cat.
We did.
Awesome.
Met Mav.
Yeah.
We met Frosty.
Mav was a very, very quick.
It was quick because she disappeared with
Johan
Johan to
Yeah.
go and play.
actually played the game.
So,
Yeah, which is pretty cool.
She was in the Norwegian cosplay. She looked cool.
Yeah.
She looked hot, like temperature wise hot, but she looked cool.
Yeah.
As well, so.
Well, which one is it? Is she hot? Was she cool?
we got pictures with Frosty dressed as a division agent. Well, didn't we,
Yeah, we did.
on the presidential desk.
You guys got
I was at the dude today.
Yeah.
Nice. Frosty 4, right?
Yeah. And
Frosty 4.
Cheshire was lovely, wasn't she? She stayed with us for 10-15 minutes just chatting and
Yeah.
chewing the fat.
Yeah, thank you very much for coming out and seeing us.
Took a picture with her. I think we said that, didn't we?
Yeah,
Yeah.
picture with Chesh.
We actually got to see the Phoenix statue from
Yes,
the collector's
we did,
edition.
Yeah, the pre-order.
You guys spotted that yesterday, didn't you?
Yeah,
I
we did.
just completely blanked it, just didn't see it.
No, I saw it. I wish we could have seen the Dark Zone one,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd like to see that one.
but I mean, there's a good chance you're going to go back to Gamescom tomorrow and get yourself
The original.
the original agent.
Yes, that's, well, it's in the magazine
Yeah,
for sale. I've
Yeah.
not seen anybody buy it, so I can't guarantee that I'm going to get it because it might not be in stock.
well, it's a dead game, so no one's going to buy it. Just us sad people.
I have wanted that statue for
I know,
ages, and every
I
time
know.
I've got enough money to buy it, it's out of stock, so
Or we end up coming to Germany.
I've just tracked one down in Germany. Yeah.
From what I could see,
Wasting money on extra
with the,
flights.
What?
Wasting money on extra flights. They bought 3.
Dude.
going back to the Phoenix statue, it looks like you get a lot of accessories. It's
Yeah.
like the Ken doll of Ubisoft Division Agent figurines. There's
Yeah, I feel
a vector, there's the 50 cal, there's a crossbow, or the grenade launcher. There's a mask, there's a handgun, there's grenades, and it's posable.
So going back to having money to buy stuff, how's spending your euros you bought going, Rob?
Do you want to explain to the listeners what the hell happened?
I've explained the story so many times this week. I don't really want to.
Do it.
I bought some euros.
Can you not say it in a northern accent?
I went to the shop. No, I went online and tried to buy some euros.
Basically, you were lazy and you didn't want to go get your euros.
I failed to tick a certain box and a card turned up with euros on it.
But it wasn't like stacked on top, right?
No, it was on like a
It was in the card.
MasterCard that you can use
Anywhere.
apparently anywhere.
Apart from everywhere that says cash on.
Little did I know that Germany has not adopted like
Card technology.
card technology like anywhere.
No, they just don't trust you.
Yeah.
Even the bank wouldn't take it. They just refused to
What
get
website did you use to order this card, Rob?
post office.
Alright, okay.
It's a legit place to get
Yeah, no, I
Euros?
didn't doubt that. It was just the fact that you said the bank wouldn't accept a card with money on it.
MasterCard.
Sounds a bit dodgy.
This is a travel card. I don't understand.
I thought it was Tony's travel website. .co.uk.
Bad luck, Tony.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you will not be sponsoring the podcast.
You're positive it wasn't Bullet Tube Tony.
He doesn't like us anymore.
His
It's fine.
.75 Desert Eagle.
But yeah, it's been like we're
Eventful. couple
yeah,
of days.
definitely eventful.
What about YouTube? I'm fucking exhausted.
Yeah, I'm not. No, there's a lot of queuing at Gamescom.
A lot of people at
It's,
Gamescom.
Yeah,
it's bonkers.
I think there's a lot more people at Gamescom than that I expected.
If
Yeah,
you've been to E3 any time ever, cut the real estate in half, but keep the amount of people. That's what Gamescom is like. But they're stinky Europeans. Sorry, guys.
I've showered today, thank you very much.
Crowd not included. Present crowd not included.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Company.
Doesn't help.
That's the word I'm looking for. Present company not
Yeah.
included.
Yeah, to be fair,
It's
It's
hot.
like high 20s at the moment.
yeah, we came thinking, oh, it's probably going to be a little bit colder this week. And I think you even said, I think Rob even said it was going to rain this week. I know it's meant to rain tomorrow, but I think we were expecting like storm.
Yeah, when I looked at the weather, it was one hot day and then the rest was like cloudy. Or
Yeah, and Brad got to my house and was like, yeah, dude, it's going to be sunny.
I packed 2 hoodies.
And you wore one yesterday.
Yeah, on the hottest day of the week.
Okay, there's something that we didn't probably talk about yet is, obviously our flight was delayed. Boris, you went
Wasn't
to...
delayed, we missed it.
Not delayed.
Oh no, it was fine, Mike.
It was Boris, you went to Gamescom, so we were going to meet you there. After much hassle, we got to Gamescom after almost a train, a bus, and then we ended up getting a taxi. Yeah.
Oh no, we almost got an Uber as well.
No, that was before we even got to the airport. And you got in an argument with Ahmed,
the Uber driver,
who said
and
basically
we found the best hedge in the world.
Yeah, I did. When you get told at what time was it? Like 5 o'clock in the morning, go through the hedge by some random dude in a car.
I genuinely thought we were going to get stabbed.
Yeah. It was...
Yeah, I thought that was going to be the low point of the trip, getting stabbed in a hedge. But no, it turns out missing your flight was worse. But yeah, somehow when we actually got to Gamescom, we were trying to meet up with Boris, and we accidentally broke into Gamescom.
Yeah.
Yep.
We didn't need our tickets, and we ended up in the hall.
They were in Hall 8, ready to go and queue up, and didn't even...
We had to break out of Gamescom. We had to explain to the security staff.
Oh, she wasn't happy.
Yeah, she was not happy. She was
Did you
like,
see her face when you told her, these guys need to get out, so don't scan their tickets, because you never scan their tickets to get in. She's like, well, how did they get here? So, they came through the car park. She's like, did what?
Yeah, so if anybody is listening to this from Gamescom security staff,
good job.
Yeah, good job. I would say keep an eye on the West Wing of Gamescom.
Thing is, though, we did look like we were meant to be there because we all had like suitcases.
No, I think it was just the fact we had stern faces and we knew where we were going.
And it was like towards the latter part of the day, like it was like 4:30-ish.
Yeah.
People already started leaving at that point.
Yeah.
Rob did have a hangry face.
Yeah,
he
did.
needed food in him.
Yeah. That was, I think,
or a drink.
I think that's what I said to Luke. I said, like, I'm pretty sure we can stay here quite late, but we just need to sort Rob out because, like, if he doesn't eat, I think he's going to kill someone.
Just stop eating them.
And then you went a little bit delirious in the car on the way home.
Someone gave me a Red Bull for free.
No to anybody else out there?
Yeah, never mind the pretty lady at the end of the day handing out.
Yeah, you didn't give a shit. It's like, well, she's got boobs, so I'll take that red can. Red can? Yellow can.
You should come with a warning. Do not give Red Bull.
It switches off my filter from my brain to my mouth. That's not a good thing.
That's a weak filter at best.
If you guys remember episode 116 when Rob was an Australian.
Yeah, I was going to say, is Australian Rob coming out tonight?
Wine also has a similar effect as Red Bull, really.
Are we going to get Welsh, Australian, German Rob tonight? Or just Rob?
Just say 9.
No, I didn't say 9.
That's a scooter. When that dude said that to me in the queue, that's the scooter, I was like, yeah, he did.
Nice.
So we did actually play a couple other games, even though it's been busy as F.
Yeah, what have we played?
I forgot Diablo.
Yeah, so Remy from Bombshell Jackets, if you're listening, Diablo on Switch is fucking awesome.
Yeah,
it's very good. It runs really well.
Yeah, it does.
Sorry, Ren.
Is it a good port?
Yes.
Well, I don't know.
Exactly the same as the PC version.
I mean, the screen's kind of dark and you're controlling a character and you're shooting stuff, so I guess.
It looked and felt the same as the PC.
Yeah, except there's no keys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What else did we do? We played Insurgency.
Yeah, no comment there. We'll move on from that
I
one.
like that game, but
It was alright.
Yeah.
So we've got one person liked it, one person thought it was alright, and 2 people who do not want to talk.
No, I'm not talking about it because I don't want to shred it, but I'm just going to say, don't queue up for it.
I'm just going to say not buying it.
I'm not buying it.
Smash Bros on Switch.
Yeah.
Loved
My
it.
first time ever playing on a Switch. And it turns out
That's
I
not
didn't
even-
even have to use a Switch controller because I had a Pro controller.
Yeah, you had
so
the
that
Pro
was cool.
Switch controller.
You literally a PlayStation controller.
You were amazed by that.
Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
I did not know you could
Yeah.
get Pro controllers.
Yeah, you
for
can
Switch.
literally get a stand for the Switch and play it, and it's wireless. There's no
You
lead
can also
for it.
get an adapter for the GameCube controller.
Yeah.
GameCube.
Yep.
You can
That's-
put,
I did. I was saying to us earlier when we went
Yeah.
to the retro bit looking at all the consoles and sold my games
Oh,
ages ago for like
Yeah.
20 quid, which I'm
Yeah.
a bit salty about now because it's apparently worth money. So
yeah, they're worth like 30, 40 quid.
That orange one in the case looks awesome.
Yeah, it did.
And
Was
had
it the
like-
translucent orange?
No, but
No.
it had a Game Boy attachment on the bottom of it where you could plug Game Boy games and play Game Boy games.
yeah,
I wonder if it was like,
Oh,
yeah, it was
never
cool.
We never had that in the
I'll have to
Switch.
check out tomorrow.
Yeah, to be honest, that retro area was pretty damn good.
I told you guys, man.
Yeah, I took
This
it.
is stuff.
didn't see a
that-
Commodore though.
Y'all didn't see a Commodore this year? Oh,
So
man.
I'm not saying it's not there.
It fell apart in 1 year. It fell apart. Rip.
I
Commodore 64.
I saw a PC, really, really old PC running Flight Simulator 95 because I used to own it, and I was like, I'm going to take a picture of that because I remember that game.
So
Is that in case you forget? You remember you had that game in the past?
No, I want to show my dad because he'll remember as well.
PlayStation 1 running OG Gran Turismo.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That looks
yeah, but not.
pixelated as
Yeah, but hold on, wait. We saw Gran Turismo on the PS1, right? On a CRT.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's
Do you know what I mean? There's not an LCD.
A big
it's an
old
LSD.
A big
yeah.
boxy
Some
TV.
poor bastard had to carry 3 of those big ass.
Yeah, I said to you.
Stairs.
Yeah, I don't know who did that.
we got some dedicated people.
And then the freaking Ghostbusters stuff. I mean, I love Ghostbusters. I saw that. I was like, holy
It had
fuck.
like all the games, didn't it? It had like the
Yeah.
old ones, the newest one.
Yeah, I was like, Rob, look at the Ghostbusters game. You're like, holy fuck, that looks terrible.
It did. I remember them
So
having
bad.
really good graphics.
So bad.
That could just be the monitor, though.
Nah.
It was on a
Yeah, but they could
LCD
see.
screen.
We've gone off track, haven't we? We're talking about games. with
Smash,
not old
really
consoles.
good.
Yeah, Smash is pretty good.
Smash, it was just another Smash game, sorry.
Yeah, Insurgency was another FPS game. FPS. Get over
True.
it. You were just
But
bad
there's
at
a
it.
lot of hype over that Smash game, and it's still the same game.
To be honest, I'm gonna buy it.
I'm buying Smash.
Yeah, I'll play it for a week and I'll be
There's
it.
no doubt.
Who else have you played?
You guys played Dragon Ball Z.
Fighters.
That was
Fighters Z.
fucking hilarious watching you guys play that. I think I actually got some footage of you guys playing that, and yeah, it was funny.
I'm apparently really bad at Dragon Ball Z games because me and Brad played each other 3 times, 3 games per time, and I won exactly none of those 9 games.
Wow, you got that.
Right.
He's just really good.
Well, he did win the Smash Bros as well, so it's like it wasn't
Yeah,
fluke
I'm
that he's
sorry,
good at
Brad,
fighting
but
games,
Yeah.
Your
You're a
Japanese
bit
came
OP.
out really strong.
Fighting games are my jam, apparently.
Just love mashing buttons.
Shooter games.
I just
not
wanna
so
know-
much. Yeah, I love mashing buttons.
So you offended the Mexicans, the Japanese. What else are you going to offend? What's left?
Germans.
White people.
Canadians. Let's do it.
That's too easy.
I literally looked at Rob. I was waiting for him to say something.
You had poutine yesterday. That's Canadian, wasn't it?
French Canadian?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Eh?
Canada, hey, must be cold.
Oh my god. Oh man, delirium's kicking in.
I'm trying to think what else we actually played.
I think that's it, isn't it?
Yeah, you guys tried to
Super
queue up
long.
for it
Yeah.
once, but they were either closed at the end of the day or the line was like 3 hours long.
I mean,
you played some other stuff today, didn't you? You played Super Mario Party and
And
Yeah,
Tennis
me-
Aces as well, didn't you?
Me and Xavier did Mario Aces, which actually was a whole lot of fun. Mario Party today, which was a whole lot of fun.
Sonic Team Racing.
Sonic Team Racing. It's literally a Mario Kart clone, but they have their own shtick, which is when you drift as in a team game, your teammate leaves a yellow streak where they drifted.
Streak
You get into that streak, and you can actually boost yourself and swing around. So it was good. It was good fun. It was for a Sonic game, not platforming. It was really good.
No, it's been a really good day. I think we drank a lot of beer as well. like German beer, not like yeah,
Good German beer.
yeah.
Yeah, I've taken care of them. I've taken care of them. That's a big
Rob finally
Nice
got
beer.
Rob finally got his bratwurst. You're ticking all the boxes off. You had your poutine, your bratwurst, German beer. What was left?
Meat on a stick.
You know what? A kebab.
I'm all about that curry tomorrow.
But it comes with a bit of bread on the end as well. So
Yeah, there's also some
it
white.
sops up
it looks
all the
like a
sauce.
sword. Like the bread looks like.
Yeah, that.
Hang on, whoa. Are you really telling me you want a meat sword?
That's right.
Dude, if we both get one tomorrow, I want to take a picture of you fighting.
Where's the whip on that, Rob?
Yeah, Rob.
Yeah, I just think the freaking white sauce on the steak is a bit worrying.
Oh yeah.
God.
Oh man.
Oh.
No, I think about it. I don't think I do want this.
Well, maybe you should go back for another slice of pizza.
Yeah, that was good.
You only had to queue for it, right?
Yeah, I went into one queue and then they told me to go to the back again.
That's because that was the side that was giving out the food.
Yeah, I know.
But no, it's been a lot of fun.
One more day to go.
Yeah, I think yesterday was hell because we had 3 hours sleep, 3.5 hours sleep to get up early. Miss a plane.
Lots of walking.
You did really well yesterday. You stayed up past 10 o'clock.
Hey, it's past 10 o'clock tonight.
Yeah,
as well.
It's
Look at me.
10, well, yeah, technically it's 10 back home, so.
Still
made it.
10.
Genius.
Don't fucking call me
I need
that.
someone else to delete this off my
You gotta keep it forever.
But yeah, we've seen a lot of sights as well, haven't we? We saw a gym yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh god, that wasn't a gym. We saw a balloon shop. That
It wasn't an estate agent either.
There's a lot of in-jokes going into the podcast now.
Yeah,
Fucking nobody's going to understand.
That's basically Rob's insane.
I think we already knew that.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for Spirit. I mean, at least we know how fucking mental we are, but you only...
Oh, he knows.
Well, yeah.
He's been in the Discord way too long to not know that shit.
I was going to say, how is it actually catching up with us in real life?
Absolutely no different. Literally, it goes from text to in real life.
Cool.
But
I'm proud of that.
Luke has only said "fuck off, Boris" twice.
Yeah, he's behaved himself.
Once a day, what do you want? Don't force me to do stuff. Lazy, alright? No, there's going to be a lot of that tomorrow.
What, you're going to force him to do stuff?
No.
He's going to tell you to fuck off when you get on your plane.
He's told me to fuck off once.
But yeah,
It did return the favour.
but it has been pretty fun having like German people talk to you and be like,
English?
Please.
That's the most German I've said. It's just English.
English, yeah.
English, yeah?
and they're like, you just see their face change. Oh.
Oh,
You said-
you're one of them.
You said Dankeschön after the Chinese tonight.
Huh?
So you spoke German to a Chinese lady. But English to the Germans. Or the Germans.
Well, talking of food, I mean, we had Chinese tonight, but yesterday you had something really nice, didn't you?
Oh, that burger. Holy shit. I'm not going to tell what...
Holy burning shit.
If Johnny Cash was here, even he'd be in pain.
We had burgers and I picked a Mexican burger and it had a lot of jalapenos.
A lot of jalapenos, yeah.
Jalapenos.
I had the same burger
And jalapeno sauce.
with extra jalapenos on top.
Let's just say it was spicy on the way out
6 times.
several times.
For about an hour, you said earlier.
Jesus.
If anyone watches Parks and Rec, there's a scene where Andy talks about hot snakes.
I apologize because I feel like this episode is just us laughing.
That's such a funny.
Let's be fair, this is just us normally, I guess.
You wanna answer the 2 questions we got? You guys got?
Oh, yeah. Do you want to read them out, Boris?
Sure. No idea asked, which we kind of already answered. How can 3 specializations fit in a 4-man party? And how is a 4-man group with rocket launchers not going to be OP? We kind of discussed that at the very beginning in a way of it could be intentional. It could be something that may change between now and March.
I think rocket launchers.
He said rocket launchers. I'm pretty sure he meant grenade launchers.
Right. Okay, cool.
They're not as OP as you think.
And then,
especially when they've got no ammo in them.
Elvin asked, did Rob manage to find a suitable wine on his trip to Gamescom?
No, he fucking refused to drink wine. Didn't you, Rob?
Yeah.
I'm being cautious.
What, because of your ass?
Let's stop talking about my ass, please. I'm being cautious because I don't want to feel like shit the next day. So
Yeah.
I'm not drinking wine.
We have another question from Bori, and he says, now we know some of our CMs will be out at Gamescom. Are you going to be on a mission on finding them and giving them big-ass hugs and getting them drunk with Rob? We did give Johan a hug. We missed
Johan a beer too.
Yeah, we did. We missed Power.
Yeah, that's...
So instead, we decided to bring Johan home with us. He's in the cupboard over there.
Don't say that. I think you're not joking.
I really hope he doesn't listen to this one though.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Oh.
Papa Charlie asks, do you think it is possible at the end of the Division 2, the surprise twist we've all been hearing about could be that your agent has to choose which faction to ally with? Do you think there might be 4 factions and thus need for 4 tunes for each of us?
4 factions would make sense because that's the same as the first game, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Has there been nothing said about that yet?
We know one faction and that's it.
Yeah,
Are they the same?
No,
completely different.
Yep. As for the choosing at the end of the game, I think we've theorized about that before, haven't we, where we said that would be awesome. But without repeating ourselves, it's...
Yeah, I mean, we've said it before. I'd love to have a situation where we get to the end of the game and we have to choose whether we're permanently rogue or shield agents. I think that would call for us, or even faction, whatever faction you decide, it would just call for a decision to have 4 different characters.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't even know if that's the maximum or if we'll even have the ability to do that. We don't know. No. You might not have been able to answer anyway. So.
True.
Born Diesel asks, what do you think we could be surprised with at Gamescom? I'm going to be honest. The amount of jalapenos Rob can eat.
I mean, I'm not eating any more spicy food.
If it gets to tomorrow and you're like,
I would eat tacos.
I wanted some surprises at Gamescom.
No
we haven't really had any. The new trailer was good, but it didn't really give us anything groundbreaking.
The trailer teased as if the Gamescom demo could be a new demo, but it ended up being the same demo from E3. So I guess that would be the surprise was the Gamescom demo trailer. Sorry.
I would say the surprise, if anything, that came out of Gamescom would be the announcement of all the pre-order stuff.
Pre-orders, yeah. Oh, can we not talk about that?
No, I'll save it till next week.
That's another episode.
Yeah,
you guys, for real.
That's at least
we might have got some details ironed out by then as well. Cause it's a bit of a shitstorm, isn't it? So we'll sidestep that.
Yeah.
Although I am definitely pre-ordering.
As am I.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much a given, isn't it?
Brad, are you going to pre-order?
No. 4 out of 5 ain't bad, is it?
Not till I see more. Or until I get a GTX 1080.
I was going to say, see more of what? Rob getting the best
Ubisoft isn't going to give you 1080. Well, they might, but I doubt it.
You never know.
Fucking sass on this man today. You've been on point. I got to give you a huge shout out for that.
Shoulder shrug. Whatever.
Lack of alcohol. My brain's actually functioning.
This is your brain on drugs. Edelon Fox asks, what's your initial feel for the demo, and did you capture the crash plane as the E3 demo, or was it a different build? Thoughts on specializations and favorite I think we've answered most of that. What was your favourite thing from it today with the Division?
Oh, wow.
That's difficult.
Yeah, that is difficult.
Mine was the openness of the level and the AI being as smart as they were flanking around. That was cool.
Mine was I picked up a purple vector. Well, that's one of the base guns you get. I also got a yellow vector, a high-end vector, same gun. I equipped that, and it was noticeably different to play with. Whether it was different perks or the stability is different due to it being a high-end and.
I just want to go. No, go on, can go.
No, that's it. I'm done.
You sound so happy then.
I guess mine would be the fact that what we played in the demo is just a control point. That is just an open world part of the game that is just live, part of the live game. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I forgot this is just one of the...
And if that is literally just a single piece of content that is just going to be ongoing, we have to recapture it, that's going to be awesome.
Side mission.
It's not even a side, it's just there. Do you know what I mean? It's like the Mass Effect multiplayer that we
go somewhere and get something, go back again.
Yeah, but it's constant. It's like the public events from not public events, but that kind of feel for it. But if that's... It just shows how much we haven't seen of this game at all. We haven't seen a full mission playthrough. We haven't seen the Dark Zone. We haven't seen raids.
Skill unlocked.
Yeah, there's only one skill unlocked. There's so much more that we have yet to find out over the next 6 months before the game's launched. And it's really just a snippet. And that's my favorite thing. There's still so mumuch we don't know.
Did anyone else use the Hive skill?
I think I did, yeah.
Did you actually get it to work?
I think so, yeah.
Because I tried it a couple of times and it just didn't seem to do anything.
Did you press the button?
Yeah. You just chuck it on the floor and if the enemies go near it, it triggers, right?
Yeah, but you can...
radius.
Yeah, it does have a radius.
I know,
you can
but they
throw
were
it.
in that radius.
And it didn't attack the enemies?
No.
I wonder if it's like the Seeker where you actually had to hit the shoulder button again to tell it
I
to
tried
attack.
that as well, though.
Oh, okay. So my favorite, honestly, is being from that area. So DC is basically home. The demo shows just the sheer, going off of what Brad said, the openness. It's daytime. It's a summer. We're not going to get that, dark fogginess that we get now in the snow. But it has that haze. It has that East Coast mugginess to it. Like, it feels like it's humid in the game, and that I felt from an environment standpoint, that was lovely to see. I felt right as weird as it may sound, I felt right at home in the demo.
Cool. I think mine would be the fact that you have to use cover. I think when I listen to all of you guys, I think being forced into cover, like the second time the first time I played it, I died just because I was shit. Second time I played it, I forcibly went after some NPCs to see how quick you get ripped a new one, and it's quick.
I think that's the one thing we've all all said. Yeah, the TTK feels perfect though. Like a lot of those NPCs were dying pretty damn quick, weren't they?
Yeah, but they were the right amount of tanky at the same time. I know that sounds stupid, but
the armor's the armor is the thing that sets it apart. So red bars don't have much armor, not any armor.
Yeah.
But you can definitely feel the difference.
Yeah, I like it.
But then
I'm excited for it.
It's still a case of we don't know what end games could be like. We don't know what gear sets, brands, and things like that are going to affect it. And if the NPCs are going to scale, and pretty much.
Is that it?
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah. 121 out.
Anyway, Robert, where can the listeners find us?
You can find us over at SITREP Radio on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, as well as all our personal accounts. Send any questions or feedback for the show to sitradiopod@gmail.com, or you can find us on Discord. The link's in the show notes. We want to hear your thoughts on the news, the topics we cover, so be sure to leave a comment and join the discussion in those places. Luke?
please leave a review of the show using the podcast app of your choice. We really do enjoy reading all of them, and the feedback is, pretty decent most times, and it does actually help other people to find our show. If you are crazy enough to listen all the way to the very end of the show, you will hear all the juicy details about the other awesome shows that are available on the Mash Those Buttons network. Thank you!
We do live stream as often as we can, so if you're interested in dropping by and chatting with us whilst we play video games as The Division, I'm sorry guys, I'm tired, and some other games, you can find us all over at twitch.tv/SITREP Radio. Spick, where can they find you, dude?
You can find me on Twitter at SpickBeats, SPIKBEATZ, also on Instagram, also on Xbox and PSN, on Uplay. Add a 2002 at the end of that because some other Spick took my name. And I haven't found that other Spick.
Son of a bitch.
You're going to kill him when you find him.
And I'm going to try to figure out how many times I can say Spick on the podcast.
Well,
The last 30 seconds.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Probably a few more.
So
what's your username again?
Spick ass motherfucker. He's gonna get another spick.
All up in his spick.
All up. There we go. No, but yeah, that's Uplay, IG, Xbox, PSN, Twitter.
I think you fought yourself out enough.
Yeah, I'm a nobody, so I just play the game.
Brad, where can they find you apart from in England?
I don't exist on the internet.
You're just a person.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah. No thank you.
What's my is it Shazam from Japan on?
At Shazam from Japan on Twitter. And you play?
You play maybe?
You even have
You play? Yeah, because I played Siege, didn't I? Accidental win. No, I don't have any Twitters or anything. I'm not cool enough for that.
You're always calling my eyes, dude.
Thanks.
Oh,
That's so sweet.
little bromance going off
Hey.
in a random German stranger's kitchen.
Yeah, pretty random freaking house, I'm going to be honest. But yeah, honestly, thank you very much for coming with us, Brad. Spit, thank you so much for looking after us while we've been out here.
These last few days, yeah. Well, I'm going to call him Daddy Spick from now, because he has looked after us quite well these last few days,
I
hasn't he?
bet you will call him Daddy Spit. I feel like
No, you did.
I did.
I'm not your real dad.
That's always going to be funny.
I feel like it might get old.
Yeah,
But not yet.
You've only got one day left to get.
you feel like it might get old? Yeah, yeah.
Another in-joke.
Yeah.
Oh, we're just dragging out the end of now. But yeah, honestly, it's been awesome. We've got one day left of Gamescom.
Gamescom, did you say?
Wow, we hit a home run.
Dude, just say goodbye already, fuck!
This coming from the person that doesn't say goodbye.
Exactly.
You only
Rep out.
No, fuck off.
Okay.
Might be a dead game, but it's not a dead game, bitch. Yes, we've been SITREP Radio. Thank you very much for sticking with us. It's the end of this stupidly long episode for no reason. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for choosing a Mash Those Buttons podcast. We hope you enjoyed the show. If you'd like to subscribe to one of our shows, you can find us on multiple podcast platforms across iOS and Android. Just search for the show on a podcatcher like Apple Podcasts or Google Podcasts and hit subscribe. If you can't find us on your favorite podcast platform of choice, just go right to the mashthosebuttons.com website, grab the RSS feed, and put it into your podcatcher of choice. If you want to check out some other podcasts you may enjoy, you should check out mashthosebuttons.com/shows. For World of Warcraft fans, we have two podcasts, WoW Talk, which is our news and community podcast, and The Torn and the Goblin, which is our lore and story podcast. If you enjoy Overwatch, make sure to check out Watchpoint Radio to keep up with the latest on Overwatch and its community. If you enjoy fighting games, make sure you check out Double Tap for the latest in the FGC. If you're a fan of The Division or looking forward to The Division 2, make sure you check out SITREP Radio. If you want to keep up with the latest at Mash Those Buttons, you can follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/mtbsite, facebook.com/mashthosebuttons, and youtube.com/mashthosebuttons. We'd also like to have you join our Discord community. So just go to discord.me/mashthosebuttons and join us for a chat. Once again, thanks for listening, and we'll catch you next time. You're listening to a Mash Those Buttons podcast. Visit mashthosebuttons.com for a full podcast schedule.
Cargo secured. Extraction complete.